Yo, what is up, guys? Thank you for joining me for another reaction, and we have a absolute gem of a video. I mean, just a like a pure gem of a video. Okay, this is an outdated video as of somewhere between last night and this morning. I saw the title change. I don't care. We're still gonna review it. I don't give a single fuck. We're not gonna focus on his outdated information. He already claims that he knows it's outdated, but we are gonna think about in this video the things that he is recommending to be quality of life changes for the game in general, okay? Guys, hold on to your fucking seatbelts.
Guys, I'm gonna be very transparent as possible when I say this, but shiny echoes are fucking garbage. And what's crazy about this is that most of you guys haven't talked about this issue yet. Now, with the release of Wuthering Waves on the horizon, launching on May 22, it's essential to start an honest conversation about its feat beyond the superficial praises it's currently receiving. There are many big flaws in Wuthering Waves that makes me question, it makes me worry about its longevity down the line.
All right, guys, you heard this first, okay? So his biggest opening issue are the shiny echoes and how it will affect the longevity of the game, okay? And I mean, you can already see what he's about to say next, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him say it.
From a bland, mid-ass story to a downright abysmal ecosystem. But those are topics for another time, which I'll reserve a full breakdown of those broader issues until the game officially launches.
So he says the story is ass, and that the ecosystem is ass, and the game isn't out yet. Tell me how you know anything about what's officially coming out in the game. Okay? I don't care if you said this video is outdated between the times of last night and today. I'm still gonna roast the fuck out of you, okay? Because the way this video was made came off so ignorant. But continue.
However, let's just focus on the recently hyped addition of Shiny Echoes, a feature that has been overglorified by many. Kuro Games has been showered with nothing but praises for introducing shiny versions of Echoes, heralded as the pinnacle endgame content for hardcore players.
Nobody, not a single person, okay, called this the pinnacle of in-game content for hardcore players. I don't know a single fucking person that thought shiny hunting was going to be the end game. Not a single person. Not a content creator I've watched. Not a person I've met who's interested in the game. Not anybody I've seen who's actually tried the game. Not a single fucking person.
And yeah, even I agree that this idea might sound incredible on paper, but the execution of this is fucking trash, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Yes, of course you're not afraid to say it. Actually, I'm not afraid to say that you don't know what the fuck you're saying. That's why you're not afraid to say it, because you don't even understand what it is.
Shiny Echoes are a half-baked attempt that barely scratched the surface of what could have been a rewarding aspect of the game, and it really pissed me off.
Please tell me how it pissed you off. I would love to know. I would love to know. Actually, everyone here would love to know. I already kind of know, but go ahead and say it anyway so you can piss me off more.
How terribly they handle a system with so much potential. In this discussion, I would outline why Shiny Echoes falls flat and how they can be improved upon. This critique is not just about pointing out the flaws, it's about just urging Kuro Games to fulfill the potential of Wuthering Waves as they should. And
okay, so what we've got so far is he has a gripe with the echoes, a gripe with the story, which he can't possibly know the finished product of, and he is going to give us some critical information about how to improve the game and the potential that Kuro Games has with Wuthering Waves.
as someone who values critical discussion, I believe it's crucial to spotlight these issues, especially when the popular opinion seems kinda overly positive. Let's dive into why
it is most definitely not overly positive. I think it's just the correct amount of positive.
Shiny Echoes needs a serious overhaul so it can truly enrich the endgame experience. But before we start, since I know some of you guys might be curious, no, I haven't played the beta at all. And yet, it doesn't take a fucking genius to see what's right or wrong about it.
Please inform me what is right and wrong about this game. I am so ready for this.
this game. As it stands, there are two ways to obtain shiny echoes in Wuthering Waves. The first is by hunting them down at a predetermined spawn point, and I'm just gonna say it, but who the fuck thought that was a good idea? The second method is by purchasing them in the in-game shop using the game's currency. But oh, just wait, can you just guess how many shiny echoes can we get in this game? I'll give you time, but if you guess more than 10, you're just fucking wrong. There are only 6. Yeah, you heard me. Only fucking 6 shiny available. Why? Just why? This scarcity is not just baffling, it's frustrating. Why introduce a system with so much potential?
Do you think they're just gonna stick with 6? Is that really what you think? Is that part of your biggest gripe with this? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know everything about this, but I know quite a bit. And if you really think they're limiting themselves in any kind of way, you're dead fucking wrong. The game isn't even out yet. You've only gotten to see what they want you to see.
And then just restricted to just a meager half dozen variants. Now, I'm just gonna be blunt and say it, but fuck this dog-ass system they implemented. They really just gave us the bare minimum, and I don't see anyone complaining about it.
No one is complaining about it because the game's not fucking out yet. We can't possibly know everything that's gonna be in the official release because from CBT1 to CBT2 there were changes, a good number of changes, and from CBT2 to release we can probably expect some more good changes. But continue.
The shiny echoes don't come with any enhanced stats or even unique abilities. They're nothing more than a shiny facade.
That doesn't fucking matter. You know why that doesn't fucking matter? Because when you get the shiny echo, you can just place it as a skin on another version of that echo with better stats.
It really begs me the question, what's the incentive to chase after them? Where's the benefit in owning a shiny echo that boasts no more than a different color palette? This isn't a feature that will truly keep the endgame players hooked. It's a missed opportunity.
It is not meant to be the end game. The end game is going to revolve around some sort of combat-oriented style of content. That's very obvious. I don't know why you would ever think that the end game would boil down to, let me go catch Pokemon.
And oversight that feels like a disregard for player engagement. It's like Kuro Games is just throwing us a bone in the meantime, and the whole community is slobbering on it like if it was a fucking cock. Just imagine.
Bro, what are you talking about? The only cock in this video is you. And you're not even a big one. Hey, bro, get off my man Vulcan, okay? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get off of Vulcan.
All right, let's get, dude, I am so spewing, this is not live, so I still don't know the rates on these things, so it could be pretty common, but I'm excited, let's absorb it. Hopefully it's a legendary. That was green.
No hate to Vulcans, but this clip just proves my point. Getting green shiny echoes will hold minimum combat significance, leaving them to be outclassed by the gold counterpart.
It doesn't matter. They are going to be able to be skinned on other variants of the same echo. So if you get a good echo of that variant, you can put the skin on that echo.
You will eventually get in the future at some point. The current shiny system baffles me. It reeks of lack of effort, and I can't believe a game like Destiny 2, a first fucking person shooter, mind you, a game that has only ever done the bare fucking minimum, yet right now they just introduced shiny weapons into their latest pack, and believe it or not, they have more significant in-game value over this piece of shit shiny system Kuro Games made. Kuro Games, it's time to do better. You've crafted a beautiful, expansive world, and I really do applaud you for all the hard work you put into this game.
No, you don't. You just spent half the video so far ragging on them. Okay? You're just baiting for hate. You want people to click out of anger. You want people to get upset. You want to rile people up. You want to spread a certain level of misinformation. Or maybe you don't. Maybe it's not your intention to spread misinformation. Maybe you're just fucking dumb and did no research. I don't know. But continue.
But when it comes to shiny echoes, you've clearly dropped the ball. We need a system where shiny echoes are not only more widespread, but come with actual gameplay benefits. It may be too late, but Kuro Games should have completely reworked the shiny system before announcing the release date of Wuthering Waves. And to be completely honest, I feel that I should have made this video sooner. Even if this video gets 0 views, at the very least I know I actually gave good feedback for this game.
No, you didn't.
It's just too bad that I really thought the content creators covering this game would have been more critical by now, but nope, they're just too busy sucking each other off. Now,
Bro, it's better to to be sucked off and to suck off somebody else than to be sucking on myself the whole video, okay? You need to stop sucking off yourself, buddy. I don't know how many ribs you removed to do that, because you might have had to remove a lot. But please, stop sucking yourself off.
Now, addressing the issues of the current shiny ecosystem in Wuthering Waves is pivotal to its longevity and player engagement. Here's how I envision a revamped system that actually rewards players' effort. Firstly, shiny echoes should represent the pinnacle of echoes, not just in rarity, but in potential. Let's say that when you capture a shiny echo, you're also granted the power to select its base substat. Picture that you cast a shiny echo tailor-made specifically for your DPS, and then pick the substats that you want, like crit rate and attack, right?
Why would you do that? Why would you ever be allowed to do that? Do you know what a gacha game is? Seriously, do you know what a gacha game is? Do you know what gacha games are known for? Have you ever played Genshin, Seven Deadly, Honkai Star Rail, One Piece Treasure Cruise, any game like that? Any at all?
From the start. That's real customization. Now that's a real rewarding endgame experience. This version of Shiny Echoes will provide a tangible account progression, making each new acquisition a step forward in strengthening your character's build. And what if
No. You get rewarded by hunting for echoes like you would be collecting relics or artifacts. And by continuing to farm them, you have a greater chance of getting better stats. That's the point of farming. You're not supposed to be instantly rewarded. That's not how gacha games work.
this shiny echoes will be upgraded to a higher rarity? Just imagine upgrading your shiny echo from common class to a calamity class as you progress leveling your account, investing in its potential, just like you invested in your character. Now, regarding the shiny echoes that can be obtained via the in-game shop, for me personally, those should just be ultimately scrapped. And I know the notion of removing the ability.
Bro, who cares? Honestly, who cares? I'm not going to spend money on it. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Right now, I don't want to. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. I don't really care. You shouldn't care either. It's a gacha game. Every single gacha game has something like this in it. Please stop trying to make it a regular video game. It is not meant to be a regular video game. It's meant to be a gacha game.
Of just buying them might stir up some controversy, but just hear me out for a bit. If the goal of Shiny Echo is to truly represent a symbol of dedication and achievement, then their acquisition shouldn't be trivialized by a direct purchase. They should be earned, sought after, not just added to a cart and checked out. And
what do you mean? I don't understand what that means. You can do this. Like this is a normal thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure that actually do this in Tower of God. You can just directly buy skins and directly buy certain products that you could just earn in game. Who cares? Nobody cares. If you don't want to spend the money, earn it. If you want to spend the money, well, then spend the money. The gacha game has to make money somehow.
if in the end people still want to have the ability to purchase them, then maybe just give those shiny echoes G-rated stats that are not too over the top, so that way they're considered balanced, but certainly not considered god rule. And as for their fixed spawn point, why not just scatter them across the map? Let the hunt be as dynamic and vast as the world of Wuthering Waves itself. This change alone will reinvigorate the pursuit of making each discovery a new delight rather than a scheduled stop. Lastly, regarding the small number of shiny, we don't need an elaborate palette for every echo. Just put a random color for each one. Sometimes it's the simple changes that catches the eye. Imagine a creepy looking echo with an unexpected color like pink. I bet that if that were to happen, almost everyone would try to hunt it just for how goofy it looks now.
I don't agree with this. I don't think that a echo with the potential to spawn in with some random color, or when you obtain it, it has some random color on it. I don't think that makes it more special. I actually think it's kind of more demeaning, because it shows that they put no effort into it. I don't really think that's not good. That's not a good idea.
Implementing these changes will signal to players that every shiny echo really does matter, not just as
It shows the exact opposite.
a collectible, but as a functional and evolving part of their account progression. The long-term gains of these improvements, if implemented, could be substantial by incentivizing players to keep hunting and upgrading their shiny echoes. Wuthering Waves, you see a heightening player retention and engagement.
How would this add to their engagement and player retention? I don't really think it will impact it in any meaningful way. I'm pretty sure if people knew an Echo had 6 different possible color palettes and fucking 4 of the color palettes are fucking dog ass, to take earlier from what you said earlier in the video, nobody's gonna be playing the game anymore for colors that are shit. Especially when they don't get to pick that color, they just roll into that color. I think it's better that every Echo that has a unique skin has a unique skin for a reason. And it is what it's meant to be. It is not a random color, nothing. Okay? If you decide to pursue Echoes that have alternate variants and you earn that alternate variant by grinding it out, well, great. That is a achievement in itself. You have a rare variant of the Echo that can be turned into a skin and attached to other Echoes of the same type with better stats. I think that's great. It's all about instant gratification, brother. That's what this video has been about.
For the game that keeps players coming back. And yeah, I do recognize that the changes I'm proposing aren't a flick of a flick's fix. Game development is complex.
There is no kind of fix here. I don't think you suggested a single solid actual fix to this game.
And these overhauls will require careful planning and resources. But this investment, if made, will speak to a commitment to quality and player satisfaction. And that's truly what I only want. Now, what I'm about to say will get me a lot of heat. But to all the content creators covering Wuthering Waves, please do better.
How about you do better? I don't know why you're asking other people to do better when you're not even doing the proper research of things. Like, I understand that now you have changed the title to outdated, but I'm sorry, it was too late. I already kind of saw this, and I just had to comment on it because, Jesus, this is the take. This is the take. Okay? This is the take I've ever heard.
Shiny ecosystem is just one of the many issues that plague this game. You guys have the power to actually rally the community to expand their concerns or suggestions so they can be heard by Kuro Games. And ideally, they will listen to us back and actually improve the game. I honestly cannot believe that there's so many of you that are so hopeful that Kuro Games will fix things.
They will. They will. They've actually been quite receptive to player feedback and to audience feedback. I don't know where you've been. It sounds like you've been under a rock or up your own ass, but they have been.
On their own. Now, to all the ex-Genshin Impact players that are watching,
do not bring Genshin players into this conversation.
This video, I expect the same, if not even more of an uproar.
What do they have to uproar about? They could go from Genshin if they're still playing Genshin, and if they haven't played Genshin, they still know what Genshin is like. They can come from there and come to this game and realize they're going to instantly be treated 1,000 times better.
You guys are probably the loudest vocal minority I've
Some might say a little too loud, by the way, so let's not try to give them the wrong idea.
ever seen. And yet, you guys are about to go to another game that is going to fumble on the simple things, just like Genshin did in the past. This is not the time to be hopeful. It's the time to be demanding. That's how you actually get the—
Dude, you want people to demand the dumbest shit. You are the type of person that fills out the surveys that like gacha games give out to players for player feedback, and they throw yours in the trash. Your idea is terrible. I'm sorry. Okay? It's awful. You shit talk content creators. You shit talk the system that you don't even know fully about. You shit talk several things already about how they can't even fix their own game without us forcing them to, which is objectively wrong because they've been good about listening to feedback this whole time.
things done if you want changes to be made. The points I've laid out in this video are just my personal concern. I truly only want what's best for this game because Wuthering Waves honestly does have the—
No, you don't want what's best for the game. Well, I hope you do, actually. You know what? I take that back. I hope you do, but it doesn't seem like you do. What it seems like is you made a video on a half-assed concept, and you made it so that you could stir up some sort of drama that might get you a couple of clicks.
potential to be different from all the other current gacha games at this moment. But unless all of us are critical, this game will never improve. And if I have to be called a hater every time my videos come out just for giving my honest feedback, then fuck it. I'd rather be as transparent as possible than to be someone who's delusional and pretend this game is the holy grail of gacha games. And
Nobody's saying it's the holy grail of gacha games. Not a single person has said this. Not one single person has said this. But you know what people are hoping? Do you know what people are saying? They hope that it's going to be good enough. They want it to be good enough. They want to be heard. They want Kuro Games to listen to them. They want them to fix whatever needs to be fixed, which they are doing. They want it to be good enough. That's all it has to be. It does not have to be some holy grail thing. If that's where you're putting it up on your own pedestal, that's fine. That is not where most people are putting it. People just want the game to be good. The combat looks great. The ecosystem, regardless of what you say, is pretty good itself. Okay, I don't give a fuck about the skin idea. I think it's terrible. I don't think you added anything valuable to the concept of adding positive things to the game. I don't. I really don't. I thought when I first saw part of this video, I could just like let it slide, but I can't. I'm sorry. No.
with this, I conclude the end of my video. This is my first time making a video. I'll appreciate it if you give your sincere thought. Do you think the shiny system needs changes, or is it fine for you just the way it is now? If you like the video, why don't you leave a thumbs up? And if
Here's the thing, okay? This is your first video, I understand. Do more research. As a new creator to another new creator, just do some research, because you come off really ignorant. It's kind of insulting other people's intelligence around you the way you speak. But that said, that was the take of all time. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.